Hello. Hopefully the sound is okay. Just double checking before we start, so we don't have any disasters. Let me turn off my stream sound. So hopefully my voice isn't too quiet or too loud. I can turn it up or turn it down. How is it, guys, before we start? I'm just going to end that little test there. Hello, guys. How are we all? We're currently waiting on Elendil to go to the loo. There are two people in the Game Ranger room, and they are both the streamers. So we've got a German stream, and we've got an English stream for this game. And I'm also waiting on the other player, who I'm waiting on MagicApple to show up. So the countdown was a little bit anticlimactic. But we're waiting on Elendil to come back, and we're waiting on MagicApple to come along. How is the sound, everyone? Are we all good? Hello to the chat. 19 people. Amazeballs. How is everyone? I'm not sure where this German stream is, but if you would prefer to listen in German, or if you would prefer not to hear my... Maybe your voice isn't perfect. How come? What's the issue with it? Is it RoboFella again? Let me have a look on my stream as well. Give me 1 second. Yep, sounds all good to me too. I can turn it up a little bit, I can turn it down a little bit, but it's not too RoboFellery for me at the moment. Right then. Oh, don't play your stream at the same time. Okay then, so we're just waiting on the players to arrive, and then we're going to go ahead and get ready to go. Is Luke streaming in English as well? Luke is streaming a different game. So Luke's streaming the game against Hammond. That Hammond is playing in, and I'm streaming the game that Elendil is playing in. Unfortunately, they're happening at the same time, which is why there's two games going on at the same time at the moment. But it looks like he hasn't started either. So, organisation for you. Sounds good? Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So we're just waiting on... Oh, Elendil has joined the room now. We're just waiting on MagicApple. You mix it up. Yeah. So Soloikos, you instantly go and you blame me. You think something's wrong, it must be Fella fucking up. That was basically your thought process there. When really, it was you that was the issue. As it usually is. Embarrassing. And you've just made that blunder in front of everyone. We're still waiting on... Oh, here's MagicApple. Good. Right. Oh, you did. You definitely... Oh, you blame Luke. Oh, that's alright then. That's fine. We can blame Luke. That's all good. Okay, then. We ready? Ready to go? Excellent. Okay. Let me switch my scene so that we are ready for the game to be captured. Welcome, everyone, to another Battlezone tournament game. This time we've got Elendil playing against MagicApple. MagicApple was in my group. How loud is that, guys? How loud was that? Because that was pretty loud for me just then, that little intro. Hopefully the actual thing won't be too loud. MagicApple was in my group. Let's have a look at the options here for sounds. Maybe that was the reason why it was a little bit too loud. MagicApple was in my group. I want to say J, maybe. I think J. And I think he's a decent player. Although the favourite, I would assume we all think that the favourite here is probably going to be Elendil to pick up the W. Hi Plumbum, how are you? He blamed you in Luke's chat. Yeah, he did. The bastard. Oh, he didn't. Oh, that's fine then. So here he is, Elendil, in his classic light blue, sky blue colour. I mean, of course, Foy 2 is the place to be, where all the cool kids hang out. Elendil sucks and will lose. Agreed. We had 50 people in the chat yesterday, guys. 50 people. It was crazy. Elendil sucks and will lose. Lol, 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 lol. Here's Bombi. I'm pretty sure that is the streamer and not MagicApple. So what's our bets? What do we think the faction picks are going to be? And is Elendil going to win or is he going to lose horribly? Let's have a look where Apple is. Hopefully Apple hasn't just needed to download the whole of 4.5. That would be orcs. Oh no, here we are. Okay, so Bombi must be MagicApple then. Right then, let's have a look at faction picks. I'm assuming they're going to send it to me in Discord. I hope at least. Send me factions in Discord. Let's check my Discord. Nobody has sent me anything yet. Okay. I want to see epic white fight. What, like an Angmar mirror, and it's just all whites. That would be nice. I've got black screen. One sec. What does he mean he's got black screen? What about like a sorcerer? Just loads and loads of sorcerers fighting each other. I cannot connect to you as we are not friend, I think. Just message me. I think it should work, shouldn't it? On Discord if someone messages you. Even if you're not friends. Let's have a look. Okay. So I know Elendil's choice. Elendil just rushed whites in our warm-up game. Nah. I'll tell you what. Do you want to just pick now? Because I know what Elendil will pick. That works, doesn't it? Because I know what Elendil is going to pick. So he's already decided. So if Bombi picks first, he's still not got an advantage. So he's gone Imladris. And Elendil is Gondor. Perfect. Nice! Imladris versus Gondor. So I believe Gondor can be pretty strong against Imladris. Particularly if he gets... He could even go for early Rangers. Even before Cav. But if he ends up getting Cav and Rangers, it's going to be really bad. Yeah. What map? Because it's not 42. More Imladris action. More wells. Runes Vastness. My god. What a title for a map. Oh, I know this map. I think this is maybe what I'm playing Max on, I think. I can't really remember now. I quite like it. It's a very small map. I wonder how that's going to affect, if that's going to be an advantage to Imladris, I guess. Let's have a look. Nice. Seems strong, but I was Rohan, so it was fine. To rush the whites. Want to talk on Discord or not? No, let's just go. Let's just do it. He should harass him to death. He's not going to be able to cope with swords being flung all over the place at the same time, Imladris. Good job for the host knowing the map. Yep. I am so prepared for this. Okay, and away we go. Imladris. In the red corner, we've got MagicApple playing Imladris. Coming out of Germany, I guess. Probably Germany. And Elendil in the blue corner playing Gondor. Definitely coming out of somewhere in Germany. Right, so we've gone for a barrack start. Clearly he is copying every fella strategy that has ever existed. And in the meantime, Imladris is going for a double eco. So two very different strategies straight away, as we saw in the first game that we saw yesterday. So let's have a look at the economy. He's gone for 1 farm, and already he's on basically 0 resources just because he's got 2 outside farms which are 600 each, and he's got his scout hero Pippin. And that's the thing with the new eco being 300. It means that you run out of money so much quicker. So he's gone for the heal. He's currently creeping the spiders over here. He hasn't grabbed any outside farms yet. So although he's gone for 2 inside farms to start with, Elendil has actually got an equal amount of economy and also got a barracks. Whereas Imladris is now just getting up its barracks. However, it's not necessarily a bad thing because Imladris really needs secure economy because they can't really defend against the harass as well, especially against Gondor. So having the eco on the inside is probably not that bad of an idea. He's not actually grabbing any outside economy at the moment. So Elendil, if his plan was to go and harass like crazy, if there's no farms to harass, then what's the issue here? We love you, new fella. Thank you, Hermione. Whereas Gondor, it looks like we're going for just a pure sword spam at the moment. He's not decided to go for his 4th battalion. He's going for some more outside eco. So not too much action to begin with. Mostly just getting economy. The 2nd battalion of Imladris is out now. He's got his heal. And Gondor has yet to purchase a power. I guess he's waiting on seeing whether he's going to need the rebuild or not. And if I'm Elendil right now, I'm looking around the map. I'm thinking, what the hell is going on here? He's just walking around with this battalion of swords, trying to find something to harass, and there is literally nothing to harass. Ooh, the ranger camp is straight up. So yes, as I kind of half anticipated, early rangers. It is really, really good. It can work really well. To even go for rangers even before cavalry. So he's... Imladris now can harass these expensive farms on the outside. Elendil's finally found a farm for him to be harassing so he can do something. And Gildor is creeping the troll in the meantime. So Imladris playing pretty well here. Pretty strong, I'd say. He needs to be careful not to get surrounded by these units. Ooh, he's getting surrounded. Look at that damage. Look at the damage. And he's completely surrounded here. Manages to pull back, but he's lost so much stuff there just from that 1 battalion. He's still got an heal. It looks like he's going to try and run over here. This battalion of swords coming back maybe to defend. He's going to run into the wargs here and lose some of his units. This is actually a big deal because he's only got 2 battalions and 1 battalion's almost completely dead. If he loses this, it's a really, really big deal. Is he going to lose them here? Just about going to survive, I think. He's not managed to creep this. Yeah, just about managed to survive. Not managed to creep that troll very effectively. He's got his 3rd battalion out now. Still got 2 inside eco. Gondor has harassed over here. Another battalion out now. Let's have a look at the CP. So, both sitting on 500 maximum. And Elendil should pretty soon. Yeah, he already has got his 1st battalion of rangers out. Elendil is back. Ooh, this is nasty. So look at this surround from Gondor and the rangers on top of it, and he just lost that battalion. So he had 4 battalions out just then, but he's just lost 1, and he could potentially lose this one too, targeting the rangers, which is nice. But the rangers pull back, and they're guarded by the swords, and this looks like this battalion will go down as well if he does not retreat. He's got another 2 battalions coming in, but they are weak. He's still got his heal, which he could use now. Would be a good time to use it, and he does. So these rangers are going down. Gildor should really be targeting these rangers here. I don't think he is because they're not losing any health. So it looks like he's targeting the swords, which is a mistake, I believe. He's used the Breeze of Manway, which is nice. He's going to get some extra damage in there without being damaged at the same time. Another battalion of swords is coming out over here. This is a really nice early engagement. Oh, he's just lost another battalion there, though. He's losing battalions, and yes, Gondor is losing units too, but it's not that big of a deal because the Imladris units are 500 resources each, and Gondor is only 200 resources each. So it's way more big of a deal for Imladris to be losing units. He'd never creep that troll in the end. So Elendil's position is looking really strong. He's going for a well inside his base, which is not a bad idea because he's going to try and... I mean, these units are expensive. He doesn't want to lose it, and he's going to rebuild those units at the well rather than having to wait for banner carriers to do that automatically. So in terms of the economy, Imladris is behind. They've only got 3 eco buildings. despite going for that eco start, he's having to invest a lot more money to replenish his units. Elendil has not lost his expensive ranger unit, which is amazing, and he's got way more outside eco. So he's currently on 4 outside economy buildings, no inside, but that still outweighs the 3 economy buildings that Enlargers has got. 2 on the inside and 1 on the outside. Let's have a look at resources. So 400 resources here. Has Elendil gone for the CP upgrade? He has, so he's getting ready to get his second CP upgrade. This is looking amazing for Gondor at the moment. Yeah, it is looking almost like it's going to be GG. I feel like Enlargers, he needs more units. Maybe he can surprise him with a cavalry battalion, but that's so expensive, especially when you've got hardly any outside economy to be able to do that and afford it. And there's no reason why Elendil can't get pikes anyway to counter that. These archers are so strong against Imladris. Look at that volley. I suspect Elendil is probably going to go for the composite bows as well. He's done that against me before as I was playing Imladris, and the composite bows absolutely wreck. Like a good counter to this for Imladris is to go for Lindens. Because they can outrange the rangers and they're pretty tanky. However, composite bows almost one-shot Linden units. It was crazy, and that can absolutely crush that that counter. So let's have a look here. So we're on 388 command points out of 500. He's getting another unit. He's currently not got any extra CP, so he will soon be command point blocked, even if he has enough money to purchase more units. Whereas Gondor here can just continue the spam of swords. And if he's got enough money, he can go for some more rangers as well. So we're currently sitting on 3 battalions of rangers. And that battalion that was at the well has fully rehealed. It's a nice usage of the well, I would say, there. Let's have a look. Imlargus is probably not going to go for the well because, again, he can't afford it. And this is what I'm talking about. This is where it starts to snowball and them. But I don't see how he is going to be able to cope with them. Look at this damage here now. Even losing 1 battalion is a huge deal. And they just melt to the Rangers. Rangers even being attacked here. Heal even being used. But he's still going to lose the Rangers. Sorry, he's still going to lose that battalion. Barrage coming in, knocking down. There goes that battalion. 1 more volley and it should be dead. Although he's not targeting it. Targeting instead this level 2 battalion. So he manages to keep all of those alive. He's now going for a pastures in his base. And Elendil here with the cavalry as well. It's Elendil and MagicApple. Elendil going for the cavalry as well. This is a huge deal. Once you have this, once you have the rangers and the cavalry, then it really is GG for Imladris. Because he's going to have to get some pikes. When he gets the pikes, the rangers can just shoot them down every time anyway. And they're so expensive, 600 resources. Just for 1 battalion of pikes, which he desperately needs when cavalry's there. This is really, really looking like GG. Elendil is massively ahead on the army at the moment. Although Imladris has got a lot here, they haven't got that much staying power. They can be easily defeated, this clump of swords. Because it's not mixed. The army's not mixed. It's only swords. He's got no pikes. He's getting his first battalion of cavalry out now. 720 resources. They could easily die to the rangers alone. Elendil has scouted the cavalry and he's gone for pikes. So he's countering it even before they come out. So his position is really secure now. He's so far ahead in terms of the army. He's not. Well, he's got almost double the command points, and it's a mixed army. So he's super ahead in terms of the army itself. And he's even ahead on the economy, just about, or if not even on the economy. He's getting some inside base eco as well, and creep him. So it's looking really bad for him largest at the moment. Although he has got this large clump of units, they are going to die so easily. As soon as the cavalry come out, and he can use the archers at the same time, he's actually cancelled his cavalry here and gone for some extra CP instead. Because he's purchased those pikes to counter the enlargers cavalry, I don't think he had quite enough CP to get the cavalry at the same time. So playing it safe. If he had got that I mean, personally, I would be tempted to just even forget about the pikes. Because the sword clump, along with the rangers, would probably be enough to kill that battalion of cavalry anyway. And he's not getting a second battalion out. And if he had if Elendil had 1 battalion of cavalry here, this clump would just be completely destroyed. Easy peasy. So MagicApple trying to use his cavalry in some way. These guys are kind of just chilling out, doing nothing though. Let's have a look at the spell points. So we still got a heal and Breeze of Manway. Now Fountain on the wall and make Elendil rage quit. Yep. Oh, nice. Here it is, boys. We got it. Here it is. Oh, the little swans on here. I didn't realize that. It's like a swan projectile vomiting. Apparently that heals people. Nice. So here's the heal. But even with the heal, look, you can just camp outside the base with rangers. The plan here for Elendil, he's getting another battalion of pikes. I mean, better safe than sorry, I guess. But if this was me now, I would just be like, let me just get 3 battalions of cavalry out, and then that's it. It's just all over now. There's no way that Enlargers can come back. He needs archers. He needs archers and he needs pikes. And he hasn't got the CP for it. He's already above his maximum. Yeah, I guess that's a pretty good idea. Just to have one... In fact, that is a good idea. Just have 1 battalion of pikes. Just to fend off this cavalry before your own cavalry battalion comes out. And I mean, I'm pretty sure Gondor Knights are better than Enlarger's cavalry, right? Am I right? Pretty sure they are. So in a 1v1, they should win anyway. But this battalion of pikes here is just going to completely stop that harass. He's pulling back a little bit. I guess there's no reason to lose. Ooh, the cavalry. The Pecan. Ooh, the Rangers. One shot in the Rangers there. And the Breeze of Manway. A nice little trample there. And this, I suspected, this cavalry battalion here will die to the Rangers. On the Ranger tent. It's going to die here. That is massive. Pull it back. He needs to pull it back, otherwise. Is it going to die? It does die. That battalion of cavalry, that was an awful, awful loss there for Imladris. He's got no more battalions of cavalry coming out as well. That was actually huge. That was a huge loss because he could have kept it alive at the well. I mean, he's in a bad position anyway, but so much worse now. And this is looking like the end. Yes, he can camp near as well, which is fair enough. But with the damage output of the Rangers, which he's bringing back to his base, it looks like, has he managed to keep hold of every battalion of that? He might have even lost a battalion there, has he? 1, 2, 3. No, he's kept all of his battalions. So even at the well, with the damage output of the Rangers, especially now that he's got the composite bow, which he's upgrading on all of them, I suspect that even the well is not going to be able to heal them with the amount of damage output of the Rangers and the cavalry together. So Elendil now is just slowly taking control of the map. The library is up, which is very expensive, 1,500 resources. Very expensive. Elendil has full control of the map. This is looking like GG. Both trolls not creeped. Unusual in a game for both trolls not to be creeped. So he's grabbing control of the map. And the thing is, because his army's so much stronger, he can maintain control of the map as well. Imladris is going to find it so difficult to maintain control of any part of the map. Like, yes, he's rebuilding farms here. 300 resources he's just spent on this. 300 resources that he does not have. And Elendil's just going to come over here and kill it. Easy peasy. Harass him with his cavalry. So cavalry is so important for map control as well. He's got the hobbits. I mean, combat mechanics in a Dane. Hobbits, you never know. They could win it for him. Let's have a look. So he's not gone for military studies. But of course he hasn't gone for military studies. He's got no bloody money. Let's have a look at the CP. So 900 CP total. Elendil's now gone for a marketplace. He's got plenty of inside eco. Elendil's position here is just so solid now. Just so solid. It's so strong. His army is vastly superior. Even though it's 550 command points versus 850, Imladris is completely misplaced here. In comes the pikes, but the archers are just going to target it now. In comes the hobbits. Let's see how much damage the hobbits can do. The archers run away. He's got no fear of cavalry, though. Absolutely no fear of cavalry. Like, even if that 1 battalion of cavalry was there, at least he'd have some fear that he would need to keep his pikes near it. But who cares now? He can just run away from the hobbits. Wait till they disappear if he wants to play it super safe. Pikes chasing them down. So pikes are misplaced from these sword battalions. He's probably not going to want to charge into these swords anyway because the hobbits are near them. But as soon as the hobbits are away, this is the thing with spell points and comebacks. Like here, maybe the hobbits could could cause a comeback. But what's to stop Elendil just running away? There isn't anything really to just stop Elendil running away. Because at the end of the day, like, as long as he can run away, the extra time that he has is not a big deal. The extra time that Imladris has just staying alive is not a big deal. Because over time he's losing anyway because his economy is a lot weaker. He's gone for heavy armor, which is nice. However, the only problem with that is these units are even more expensive to lose now. So if he does lose these units now to the cavalry, it's going to be massive. I feel like he needs some rangers nearby, or at least another battalion of cavalry to deal enough damage. If Imladris turns around and fights, he could actually deal quite a lot of damage to these units. Let's have a look at the health here. So yeah, he is turning around. He is trying to fight. I feel like the Imladris sword clump could actually kill this cav here if he fights. He chooses to run away, which is not the best decision in my opinion. He should turn around now and fight this. I mean, he's getting back to the well. If the Rangers were here, it'd be a completely different story, and he'd be completely losing. But they're so tanky with the heavy armor. Some damage being done, but he's not going to lose any battalions. Elendil's create the troll in the meantime. Why no one picked Ammar in the tournament? 8% mortal Imladris in Gondor. That's actually exactly my faction pick to me. I'm such a basic bitch. That is exactly what I have picked. Nobody wants to deal with the Thralls, I guess. Yeah, Thralls are really weak. They're just really, really weak. So Elendil again making good use of the well. Replenishing his cavalry because, I mean, why not? This is siege time, lads. We're in siege time, where you get to just sit around and do nothing and still win. And win even more by doing sod all. So he's got Aragorn here. Interesting choice against Imladris. Probably not the most effective. I would rather spend those 2,500 resources on, I don't know, an outpost. Maybe getting fire arrows on my rangers. I mean, Aragorn is good, but I mean, I guess he's got high single damage, so maybe he's good against Imladris. And he's definitely good if a hero comes out, but so are the combination of archers and cavalry. I would personally prefer to get more CP, more archers, more cavalry before I went for Aragorn, but it's not a bad decision. Let's have a look. So he's got some, he's upgraded his eco. He's on the 2nd level of eco. He's now deciding to go for upgrades. It looks like upgrades on his units. And again, I would personally prefer to get fire arrows, I think, before this. Particularly since there's not much of risk of losing your archers when there's no cavalry on the field. I know he's got a pasture, but there's not much risk. Look at this here. This is what I'm talking about with the snowballing. 700 CP. He's got less CP, and he's got less opportunity to get more CP. Because, number one, he's got no pantries. Number two, he can't really afford to get as many pantries as Elendil. And the army of Elendil is so much stronger that he's just going to lose it in the long run. While Imla and Mordor get 43%, so not that different. Only Gondor has a pretty large one. About 60% of people choosing Gondor. Look, see that? Battalion of pikes. Almost the entire battalion. The last one in that battalion here. Here, look, that was that whole battalion nearly gone from those composite bows. That's what I'm talking about. It's so strong against Imladris. It just nukes a battalion. One more volley, and there goes the pike battalion. Now he just focuses them again. He's going to kill this pike battalion. Aragorn in here getting some levels. Soon as that pike battalion is dead, as it is now, he charges in with the cavalry. And there it is. That's definitely the GG. Because he can't escape from this now. This is what I'm talking about. Now that the Rangers are here, and the rest of his units are here as well as Aragorn, who is dealing damage, it's just all over now. Because he's lost that, and look how much resources are invested in this. So 500 resources per sword battalion with the heavy armor, which is expensive as hell. But having said that, they are tanky enough just to run back to the well. Lol. I think heroes are the best way to ensure victory once ahead, since they snowball harder than anything else. Yeah, I mean it's not a bad decision. And yeah, like you say, when they get leveled up, and if you've got no heroes as the defender leveling up, then it is quite a big deal. Look at that, just tanky enough. This is why I love Imladris. Tanky enough just to run back, even though they're getting absolutely slaughtered, and then they can just make it back to the well. But it's still not going to be enough with these archers and the cavalry. It's not going to be enough, and he has to retreat inside his base. And now he's going to close the gate. And thus begins the epic siege of our time. 2 eco buildings. Forge blades on the cavalry. Nice. That's going to increase the rate of harassment. It's also going to deal more damage to these sword battalions. So he's got a battalion of cavalry out here now. Where's the rangers? The rangers are here. He could deal some damage to the rangers. Is he aware that they're there? The only issue is, unexpected salvo would probably nuke that battalion in one go. Well, maybe not now that he's got heavy armor, to be fair. So a bit of harassment. He's harassing over here too. And this is GG, guys. Yep, GG. 120 million%. But this is what I mean. This is GG now, isn't it? So why have a siege? It's not necessary. It's not competitive. It's not necessary, and that's just the state of it at the moment. Through no fault of like the team or anything like that, but just from how the mechanics of the game works. If you've got map control and sieges all in one go. Epic micro management from Elendil. Although, to be fair, his plan there was probably like, you know, I'm low on CP, so I'm just going to go ahead and just sacrifice my swords. I'm pretty sure that's what he was thinking there. It wasn't that he's just a massive noob. So, 3 battalions of archers out. Looking nice. And 3 battalions of cavalry. It's just hopeless for Emlargis at this point. Emlargis is a weird one, isn't it? It's like if you're behind, you're so done for, and if you get ahead, you can snowball so hard. It's just an odd one. I guess that's true for all factions, but it almost seems even more of a deal with Emlargis for some reason. Perhaps because their units are so expensive and there's so few units in each battalion, so it's easy for them to die. I don't know. I'm just chatting shit here, guys. I'm trying to kill time until this siege is over. I mean, if he was cool, he would try and creep the troll with the cavalry, like me, and then lose all the cavalry to the troll because you fuck up the micro of it. It's possible to creep the troll with cavalry, so you just exploit his radius that he goes around the troll layer. So you charge in, he starts to chase you, you pull back, and then just as he turns around, then you go in to attack him again. It should be pretty easy with upgraded Goddoor Knights. Even if he does turn around, they would still be able to kill him. I did it with wargs once in a tournament, and I basically just lost like 5 battalions of wargs just because I fucked it up. Because I tried to do it without them being upgraded. But it's possible. I feel like that's one of my main flaws in my strategies, is that I try and overly complicate doing creeps. And then I fuck up and lose everything. So, fighting near the well now. We're just waiting here. We're just waiting for like... I mean, what's he going to do? Get an outpost to get some siege? And then siege? Maybe he could get rid of his well if he gets some banner carriers and build a siege works there. Emlargis kind of just refusing to die. No outside eco for Emlargis. Oh, I haven't said that. He's got 1 here. Creeping the spiders. This is what I'm talking about. Like, let's hang around. Let's not do a lot. My God, Aragon will not shut up. Bloody hell. Why is he going on so much? Right. So it's definitely 1-0 to Elendil. I'd say that for sure. But we've just got to wait now for the game to finally end. Again, Emlargis a little bit out of position. The hobbits come in. The Breeze of Banway comes in, which is nice. Let's see here. They are upgraded. They do have heavy armor. So he could actually win this little skirmish. Elendil really needs to target the pikes. The hobbit's doing massive damage to the rangers here, which is nice. Putting his pikes in position like this. Look at the damage that the Emlargis is doing. So 1,130 resources. Here's Aragorn doing well. Pikes here. He's targeting the pikes nicely. The pikes are going to go down. The pikes are down. Now the cavalry can really deal damage along with the archers. And yeah, this is looking like GG still. It was a nice little skirmish there. But as we can see, Emlargis is just getting completely slaughtered now. And that's the power of the mixed army. Bombadillo coming in. I guess Aragorn is a pretty good counter to the Bombadil. As well as the twins here. Absolutely wrecking. Nice. The YOLO Bombadil. My God, Aragorn. You just killed Bombadil. I thought he was immortal, but Aragorn just comes in and stabs him in the face. Yeah, and here, I feel like, look, the damage output is going to be higher than the healing rate. So they have to retreat into the base again. And thus we wait for another 2 hours until somebody buys a ram and finishes it. Hashtag sieges for the win. So let's have a look at the chat. Why is Elendil waiting with the siege? He could have ended this like 10 minutes ago. Well, he could have, but then if he purchased stuff for the siege, like if he purchased stuff for the siege, like maybe if he destroyed this well, yeah, I guess he could have destroyed an eco building to get the siege works. But then he would have been investing lots of money. Like he would have been spending, you know, a few thousand resources and deleting maybe one of his economy buildings, or maybe deleting this well so he had less healing power. So by going for siege, you have to sacrifice your ability to maintain control of the map, because instead of buying 600 resources for a siege works and 500 resources for a ram, as well as deleting an inside economy building and therefore getting less economy, here he's decided to delete as well to get the siege works, I'm guessing. He could invest that quite significant amount of resources into something else. Like he could invest it in banner carriers. He could invest it in another hero. He could invest it in another battalion of archers. Gone for a outpost here, look. He could invest it in something like that to get more economy. So by going for a siege works, you're actually spending quite a lot of money to do that. And that is a situation where your enemy can invest purely in map control taking ability. Like he can get more units, he can get a hero, he can get a battalion of cavalry. So therefore, it is the better idea to wait to get more units, to get more cavalry, to get more upgrades, so that your control of the map is so much stronger to the point where it's almost impossible, as long as you don't play like a complete idiot. And even if you do, it's still not going to be that big of a deal. Look here, more eco. It's exactly what you should be doing in terms of the game mechanics. So that you've got such a strong control of the map that the comeback is impossible, and you can do that because you're getting so many resources. Then once that's happened, then you get the eco. Sorry, then you get the siege, and then you siege, and then you win for definite, rather than investing all that money, because he's still got a nasty clump of upgraded and largest units, and he's still got some spell points that he could use, which could potentially deal damage. I mean, like, you know, if he used them in combination and maybe killed some pikes and had a second battalion of cavalry and maybe got Aragorn or something, then it could be in trouble. It's unlikely, but still, the mechanics favour exactly what Elendil's doing here. Just waiting around, building up. He can even, he's going to go for the third upgrade just to be doubly sure. He's going to get the Firestones. He's going to get a catapult. He's going to destroy the wall. He's going to push in. Doesn't even necessarily need to push into the base. He can just bombard the base from the outside and wait for him largest to push out. Here he really is sacrificing units to free up some command points. Yep. Let me get this pronunciation right. Zuvil CP. Yo. See that? I know it's not Joe. I know it's Yo. And basically, if you don't speak German, like unlike me, what he's saying here, the translation is, "You're freeing up CP, Elendil," and he's saying, "Ha ha ha, yes I am." So I can get some catapults. Yeah, exactly. Just to be safe. Exactly. Get fire arrows. Get horse shields. Get a second outpost. Get another hero. Get Gandalf. You know, why not? Why the hell not? Because you're going to be in a better position than if you didn't do that. Fire arrows. Trebuchet, as I suspected. Upgrade your base. Upgrade this. Get some towers on here. Just, you know, you never know. Be doubly sure. And thus, we wait. In the meantime, we can just check out Gildor a bit more. Nice. Look at that. Look at his face. Look at his little smile. So cute. Oh my god. The forehead as well. Why is it so angular? And the swag. Swaggy. Oh my god. I can go into his brain. Oh, nice. This is what I'm talking about. Border stronghold. Get the second outpost up. Why the hell not? And look at the PowerPoints too. Like, people often said that PowerPoints would be a comeback mechanic, and I guess in some ways it is if you use your PowerPoints more effectively. But they do also function to prevent comebacks, because you get more PowerPoints from killing units. So the person who's already ahead can kill units a lot easier. So therefore they have more PowerPoints. And like with the hobbits, you can always just run away. If your enemy who's losing gets PowerPoints, gets a really strong spell, well, just run away and wait for it to be over, because there's no incentive for you to attack straight away. So why not just run away and wait for a bit longer until all the spell points are done? Then yours will come back. Then you can attack. So, 1 trebuchet versus the base, and this, my friends, is how sieging works. You wait outside the base with your catapult, you bombard the inside, so he's going to go ahead and kill the barracks, and then, just like in the Siege of Minas Tirith, Gondor just opens up their front gates, they get all of their units, they run out, and they try and fight over here. Hashtag sieging. Or he's just going to wait inside and just slowly die. Nope. He knows what to do. He knows to run out. As soon as he runs out, he's going to lose everything. And then it's going to be a GG. Because how are you going to stop that? How are you going to stop the little Kaplawi, Kaplamo, Kislamo until the whole base is dead? So here he is. He pushes out. Elendil's got 2 heroes. He's got archers. He's got cavalry over here waiting for the right opportunity. Lovely, lovely catapult battle going on. He's destroyed the catapult, so that's going to make the game about 3 times longer while we wait for another catapult to come out. We've got some archers here, which is quite nice. And here is the comeback mechanics of spellbooks. Just shown perfectly. Look at that comeback. And down goes the whole army. G to the motherfucking G. Where's Aragorn gone? That's Faramir. Where's Aragorn? What level is he on now? He's going to be picking up loads of levels if he's around here somewhere. Oh, there he is. The red glow, level 9. Nice, nice, nice. Now we can push into the base, now that the whole army has died. But he would have never pushed into the base whilst the army was still alive, because what's the point? But now the army's dead, because he's just run out and been absolutely demolished by Army of the Dead. Now we can push in. Although he's closing his gate, so he's going to have to get some more siege. He can cause another trebuchet. And G to the G. Sieges for the win. Oh no! He's going to come back! He's got a farm! And it's level 3! I mean, this eco upgrade whole thing is definitely a comeback mechanic too. Because look, it's a level 3 farm. He's definitely got a chance here. This one elf here is going to save the whole of Rivendell. Elendil needs to give him a buff. And Elrond needs to give him a promotion. Look at all that dank weed that he's growing. Dank AF. And so quickly too. The Citadel's dead in the meantime. He's got absolutely no units. And in comes the trebuchets. Is he going to go into the base? I wouldn't. Just boom. Pikes attacking. Nice. I'm going to do a video, Rima, about sieges and some things that I could suggest to maybe make them a little bit better. And there's the GG. And at that moment he knew he'd fucked up and it was all over. About 20 minutes before this, it was definitely still competitive. But now it's over. At this point it's over. GG. Well played. Very nice play from Elendil. The map control battle was nice to see, and it was competitive and entertaining. These level 5 battalions, nice. I liked the strategy of the archers first. I think it's really strong against Imlagis, particularly because their cavalry is so weak, or let me not say weak, so untanky, if that's a word. Nice, and we head into game 2. So 1-0 to the lord that is Elendil. Nice. So always ahead on units, always ahead on structures. Resources, as we can see, just steamrolling ahead on the resources really. So units ahead, structures ahead, resources ahead, final score, absolutely smashed it. More units created, more units lost, of course, because he was playing against Emladris. Quite a significant amount of resource advantage. An extra 12,000 resources overall, which, I mean, when you're already behind, an extra 12,000 resources that your enemy has is, like, huge. 3 heroes built and 1 hero lost. When did he lose a hero? It must have been Pippin. Right. Into the next game. Let's just... Oh, there's 4 people, isn't there? Oh, this is a 4-player map. Right. Let's have a little look at the chat. What we saying, guys? What's going on? He didn't need to siege. He can wait to build up proper force and then siege. Exactly. Why didn't he build his army up a bit more, just to be on the safe side? Lost the game 15 minutes ago. Yup. When comes the siege tutorial from Fella? When I've got time, I should have more time now that the coronavirus has hit. So I might potentially do it now because I've got a few days off work every week now. Let's have a look. A bit unnecessary to drag out the game. Yeah, he should have really probably given the GG, but because it's a tournament game, people like to stay. Iron Hills is map, please. Nice. I do like Iron Hills. For me, 42 and Iron Hills are the best maps. Although I don't mind others either. Like Brandywine's pretty good. How would you fix sieges? Low cost and CP for Rams at first. Siege would be almost free. Would be so much more dynamic. I'll make a video about it. I hope one day, maybe not. Okay, so Elendil's going for his faction. Can I pick again if possible? So I'm just gonna say pick now because I know Elendil's faction. Elendil has picked. I'm actually going to have to go AFK just for 2 seconds, and then I will be right back. Literally 2 seconds. Oh my god. Well, not literally. Okay, we back. Let's do this. Let's do it. Right. Iron Hero's best map. Forward of item 1 is too clumped on the 2 tiny flanks. I think they've got their advantages and disadvantages. I do like Iron Hills though. It is a good map. It's very, very wide and spacious. So Elendil has gone for Isengard, which is an interesting pick. Am I right in thinking that you have to pick 3 factions and use them throughout the entire tournament? So does that mean that Elendil has picked Isengard as one of his factions that he has to play in any best of 3? Okay, back. Let's go. X up. Just waiting on the German streamer. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. GLHF. So Mordor versus Isengard, Troll Rush, that's all I'm going to say, Troll Rush, is necessary. Warg Start is good. Although I suspect Elendil might go for a Wildman spam. If he does, which it looks like he probably will do because he's gone for a Mineshaft first, Troll Rush would be the ideal option, the ideal counter. I doubt, though, MagicApple is going to do that, if I had to predict. Unless he's been practicing and he's thought about this matchup, he probably won't do it. But that would be the best option, in my opinion. Here's the Wildman Pit, as I suspected. So Elendil is going to go for a Wildman spam. I don't feel like Mordor is going to be able to counter the Wildman spam unless he goes for a Troll Rush. He's either going to have to go for a Troll Rush or he's going to have to get like maybe 2 or 3 barracks up and just start spamming the hell out of orcs. And at the moment he is getting none, even though they are free. So a little bit strange there from Mordor. Let's have a look at the Palantirs. Mordor's gone straight for the Banner Carriers. And Elendil's gone for the Vision of the Palantir. So he can see whether he's going to go for Trolls or not. As long as he's not going for Trolls, then he can spam Dunlendings to his heart's content. I would also be tempted to go for Wargs as well. A bit like what Mogat always used to do, particularly in the LPS Cup, where he would just have start with a Wildman spam, then transition into Wargs, and it is really, really effective. I thought that was going to be a Troll Cage, but it's not. It's a Tribute Cap. So it looks like he's going to go for a all-out Orc push. He's going to have to make this work, he's going to have to make like 4 or 5 Orc pits. Like, he's just going to have to like dud it. He's just going to have to go full on 100% dud to make it work. And even then, I'm not sure if it would work. Wildmen are just so strong against buildings. It looks like MagicApple is going heavily into the inside eco buildings. Back in the day, I would have hated this strategy because the outside eco was 200 and the inside was 400, and it was just ridiculous to go for inside eco buildings, in my opinion. It was always better to go for outside eco buildings and then use that extra money to keep an army. However, these days, it might be slightly better to go for inside eco than it used to. It's probably still outweighed by getting the army and getting outside eco first, which is not as bad as it used to be, I don't think. It's a little bit more viable now. Probably still not optimal, though. So, here comes the Wildman coming in to harass. This time, he's finding plenty of stuff to harass, unlike last time. He's going inside the base. He knows exactly what's inside the base. He's going to go for these buildings. He's actually put these 2 buildings together, which is not the best idea, because the Wildman can kind of go in the middle and harass a lot. He's creeping over here in the meantime, and this is where the Wildman spam starts to just completely overwhelm people. You need cavalry to deal with it. Oh, and he's upgraded them with torches as well. So this is going to be 800 resources that's probably going to go down here. This is what's so strong when you're harassing, is when you go in between the 2 buildings. Look, Mordor is only being able to attack this one guy right at this end. They can't attack them all together. The clump is just so strong. So this building is going to go down for definite. Maybe once this one is down, he can come round and flank him and deal a bit more damage to this unit before it destroys everything. But how much are these torches? 200 resources, so 350 resources for this one battalion, and he's taken out a 400 resource building, which is amazing. Second Orc pit coming up. Harassment, he's killed this farm over here. He's harassing with his scouts in the meantime. Another scout over here who's just creeped the Goblin pit. So he's multitasking like an absolute pro. It's 1-0 for Elendil, yes. Hello, Jojo. Nice to see you. Great to see Isengard being played by a good player. Yep. Again, look. Going in between the 2 buildings. It's so strong. So strong. Although, that's a good counter to it. Shagrat, because he's got his AoE. He's also got his Black Oryx that he could be summoning. I suspect MagicApple might not even realise that he can do that. Or at least he's being distracted by the overwhelming Wildman spam. Let's have a look at Elendil's base then. And here come the Wargs. Nice. This is looking like GG. In fact, there's already a battalion out over here, look. This is looking like GG. The second battalion of Wargs is going to be huge as well. Because 1 battalion is pretty good, but 2 battalions of cavalry together is so much better. Just because it stops the trample deceleration quite a bit. Mordor is going to get totally wrecked by Wildman. Exactly. The only counter here, you probably agree, Jojo, is to troll rush against Isengard. Even then, though, with the scouts' hunting arrows and the combination of that and wargs with Howl, it's still quite hard for Mordor. But then once they get Cirith Ungol pikes, it's a different story. Murloc would be amazing right now. Yep. However, he's 2,200 resources. So, although again, inflation. Oh, I forgot inflation. So because of inflation, Mordor basically gets free money, right? So why doesn't he use that free like 50k that he gets every second to just buy Moloch? What an idiot. Right, here's the 2 battalions of wargs. Not instantly nuking the orcs, but slowly chipping away at them. It's going to stop them from moving around. It's going to stop them from pushing into Elendil's section of the map. Elendil just has complete control of the map right now. Just complete control. First battalion of pikes coming out, so it's going to save this Mordor clump from being completely destroyed. But in the meantime, like, what's Mordor doing? What is he doing? He's not really doing anything on the map. Whereas Elendil, look, he's grabbed farms. Oh, I thought he'd grabbed that one, but he hasn't yet. But he's been grabbing farms. He's using his industry on this farm. Nice to see. What's the tick rate there? 84. My God. So his economy is going to be really, really strong. In the meantime, Wildman pushing in with torches, upgrading, destroying the orc pit. Wargs charging into pikes there. Ooh, the beacon, the beacon. How is this guy still alive? What is going on? Because he's going so slow, he's not actually trampling, so he got no trample revenge, and he's just about managed to survive. That was so lucky, that. Is he going to be able to micromanage it and keep it alive, though? Looks like he probably will. And it's on level 2, so it's going to be able to replenish. I was so close to losing that battalion there. Not that it really matters, because he's winning so hard anyway. So torches again. Just increasing the rate of damage to the buildings. It's just so GG right now. Luckily, Mordor has not got any walls, so we won't have to wait for 30 years. Just because he's closed his gate. For the siege to be over. What's the plan now? I'm tempted to say, like, get 3. In fact, he is, look. Get 2 or 3 Wildman pits. Get another one here. And just spam the fuck out of them. Use all of the resources that you get from industry and from devastation to just upgrade them all and push in and just win. Just completely overwhelm him with Wildman, because what's the counter? There is no counter, really. Tainted land, so extra armor. Isengard OP, definitely not. But this strategy, Wildman strategy, I think is better now that outside eco is 300 resources, because it's so much more devastating to lose your outside eco than it used to be. Although it used to be really bad anyway. Look at all these orcs just catching fire. Rip. So because orcs are weak as well, like, they're not good infantry, the Wildmen are holding their own against them. Even though the main function of the Wildmen really is to harass the farms, they're actually doing decently well against the orcs, just fighting them one-on-one. Potentially even winning here, especially because it's on tainted land and they're getting an armor boost. Wargs charging in as well to kill the rest. Down goes the last eco building. GG. Good strategy, well executed. The counter wasn't really there to make it more kind of viable for Mordor. He needed the troll spam. And as I predicted, without the trolls, the Wildman just completely wrecked. Okay, wow, he says. Wowzers. Ooh, the beacon! 9, the cavalry is tot. Sehr, sehr tot. Das ist nicht gut. 9. Look at these little, like, they've got, like, like the plague masks. These Cirith Ungol pikes. There goes the Citadel. Dunlander for the win. With the umlaut on the A. Nice. Just more and more Wildmen. So he's spamming it now from 2 Wildman pits. 2 was enough in the end. More wargs coming out. Gonna charge into the pikes. Why not? YOLO. And this is where my German just completely fails me. I have no idea what they're saying now. I know what this means. Other than that, I've got no idea what's going on in the chat. Nice game. Nice and quick. And that was it. Map control was won. Because there was no wall, then the only thing was map control there. He just rushed straight in, destroyed the base. GG. 10 minutes. Or less. How long was that? 6 minutes? 7 minutes? And there it is. 2-0 for Elendil. Although, comeback mechanics. Hang on. Oh, no, wait. He's got no Citadel. But still, he could produce something here. Oh, wait. He's got 0 money. And he's got no income. But still, this could so... I mean, in my opinion, he should be able to come back from this. This should be competitive. This is completely ridiculous. Why is this not a competitive thing? Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Upkeep, please, now. Oh, he's dead. GG. Well played. 2-0 for Elendil. Oh, and Wolfgar as well, just joining the party. With his torch on fire. Whee! Right, well done, guys. 10 minutes. Or 11 minutes. That was just completely winning from the start. It was just a very strong strategy that was not countered. So he won. 1 hero built, 1 hero lost. 1 hero built, no heroes lost. Nice. So, thank you for joining me. 42 in the chat. I'm happy with that. That is nice. For a Saturday afternoon, that is nice. At this point, Mona should have gotten the blue shell for America. Exactly. Exactly. He just get free money at that point to get Moloch. Right, guys. Next game when? There are some more games later today. Let me just double check for you because I should have, if I can actually find it, I should have the game schedule. This should be up to date as far as I'm aware. So today, I won't be streaming anymore. I don't think I'm going to be streaming anymore. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm not streaming anymore today. Yeah, no, I'm not. But there are other games on being streamed. So 2 p.m. was Hammond's game, which I believe has already finished. There is, at 4 p.m, a game being streamed by the Dane Fight Club. At 4 p.m, there's another game being streamed by Kaun. And at 6 p.m, this is all Standard Eastern Time, by the way, there's a game being streamed by Sturmheart. And at 8 p.m, there is another game. So there's quite a few games. I'll share the game schedule in my description to this video so that you can check it out. I doubt I will be streaming because usually in this tournament they only like 1 streamer at a time. So I'll probably not be streaming again today. But if I do, I'll let you know. I'll put a timer up. And I'll see you guys around. Thank you for hanging out. It's been a delight. Goodbye.